Hey everyone, I'm Mark from Travelshorts. This is my daughter Holly. That's my son Matthew. And today we're going to be travelling from Marrakesh, where we are now, all the way to Liverpool in the UK. So it's 7 a.m. We're just going to go and get some breakfast really quickly because we've got a taxi booked to pick us up at 7:30 to take us to the airport. For the past few days, we've been staying at the Aqua Fun resort on the outskirts of Marrakesh. So it's an all-inclusive hotel. It's actually a resort, not just a hotel. It's actually got a water park, as you can see behind me here, attached to it. So it's been a really good holiday, if I'm being completely honest. But like I said, now we're just going to get some breakfast really quickly and then catch our taxi to the airport. So we've got a selection of fruits, yogurts, hams, cheeses, more yogurts. You've got some potatoes. So we've just got a selection of breakfasts. Matthew's got hot food, so sausage, scrambled eggs, potatoes, as well as some cheese and ham. Holly's got, what have you got? Oranges and sausages. And I've just got some cheese and ham and some bread. Oh, you also got raspberries. Okay. We finished our breakfast. We've got our bags. We're going to check out and catch our ride to the airport. Thank you. Okay, bye. So we've arrived at the airport. That was about a 30-minute drive. Just under 30 minutes. And I think we might have been a little bit scammed. So the cost for us to go from Marrakesh to the Aqua Fun Club, that hotel, which is a further distance, was only 100 dirhams. Whereas that, from the Aqua Fun Club to the airport, which is a shorter distance, was 300 dirhams. So yeah, we might have been scammed there. He didn't use the meter either, so that's why I'm thinking he probably scammed us. Anyway, we're at the airport. We're at departures. We're going to go in now. Oh, it looks like there's queues out the door. Queues out of all the doors. Shall we go to the furthest one? Okay, we're Liverpool John Lennon B3. So we found B. It's the other end of the terminal building over there. So that queue to come in wasn't a big long line. It was just to go through a metal detector by the entrances. So it only took about 5 minutes. So just a tip, if you're in Marrakesh Airport, you can't use your Ryanair ticket either on the app or if you print it out like we do. You need to go into check-in and they will print you off a boarding pass. So once again, you can't use your normal Ryanair boarding passes in Marrakesh Airport. You need to get a Marrakesh Airport boarding pass. So we check in zone 9 and 10, which is over by here. Luckily there isn't a big queue like the other area. So we've now got our boarding passes from the desk behind us here. We're now just going to go through security and wait airside for our plane. Okay, departures, take 2. Let's just check everything's still okay. So we're going to the right. Okay, we finally made it to our gate. And I'm going to be completely honest, this is probably the worst airport I've ever been to in my life. Everything seems to take so long. So first of all, it started where we couldn't use our paper passes or our Ryanair app to actually basically check in. So we had to go to a desk and get an official boarding pass. Then when we went through security, that took about 20 to 30 minutes because the metal detector that we chose, a few people in front of us, they wanted to check their bags. So rather than taking them to the side, the person who was actually scanning the bags had to do the full check of the bags, which held up our entire line. So we were there for about 20 minutes, just waiting for the guard, the security person, just to check one person's bag. So nobody else on our line moved while they were checking that bag. Then when you think that's over, you then go to the next room, which is passport control. And that room was probably the size of almost of a football pitch, filled with people. There was rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of people just to get to passport control. That took about another 30 minutes to go through there. Then once you've gone through passport control, you then had to queue up even to just get into the gates where they check your passport and boarding pass again. Then you were into the area where the duty-free was. So that's where we actually just bought a bottle of water, a bottle of Pepsi and some Pringles, paprika. Well, not really Pringles. This must be the local type of Pringles here. So paprika flavour, which is Holly's favourite flavour. So we got some snacks. So a bottle of water, a Pepsi and those Pringles came to 130 dirhams. We're now at our boarding gate, which is boarding gate B3. And you can see there's not very many chairs here. So we're actually sat on the windowsill at the moment, waiting for our flight. So I would recommend, if you are going to be flying out of Marrakesh Airport, to leave at least 3 hours. So we arrived with 2.5 hours to spare, and our flight should be boarding in about 10 minutes. So it's literally taken us 2.5 hours just to get through security, which I don't think I've ever taken that long, anywhere near that time before to go through security. So if you are coming here, make sure you allow plenty of time. I was going to say there's our flight, but that's not ours because there's people boarding it. So we're going to be the next Ryanair flight from this gate. And if our airport experience hasn't put you off coming to Marrakech, you might be interested to know that I produced a travel guide to Marrakech. It's totally free. It contains where we stayed, where we visited, tips and tricks we've learned along the way. Like I said, it's totally free. You can download it from the link in the description down below, or you can scan the QR code on the screen now. And also, if you're interested in how I get data on my phone while I travel, I use an eSIM called Airalo. So Airalo is an eSIM, so that means you don't need a physical SIM card in your phone, it's digital. Most modern phones have a SIM card and the facility to have an eSIM. With Airalo, I just paid a set fee and that gave me 2 gigabytes of data to use throughout Morocco. I've been using them for about 1.5 years now and had no trouble traveling around the world with them. Highly recommend them, and if you are interested, you can scan this QR code here or click on the link in the description below and use my promo code, whatever that is, to get $3 off your first purchase. So it's time for us to board. Let's go home, Holly. Yep, and you. So it looks like this is going to be our flight. It's just arrived now, so people are getting off. I reckon as soon as they finally come off, be a really quick change around and we'll board. Looks like we're starting to board now. So we've made it onto the plane. I'm by the window just for takeoff. Matthew in the middle, Holly on the aisle.
I got it.
Once we take off, I think I'll probably switch with Matthew because he does like flying by the window. And it looks like we're flying on a Boeing 737-800 today. So here's a very quick seat tour, which if you've flown Ryanair before, you know exactly what these seats are like. So you've got the emergency information in front of you, what to do in case of an emergency. And we have got a tray table there. And that is about it, actually. So leg room there. There's Matthew and Holly there. Give you an idea what seats are like. And we are in seats 22, A, B, and C, which I always choose seat 22 if I can, because we've got 2 windows by there. Speak to you once we're in the air. So they've done the safety briefing. We're pushing back. Flight time today to Liverpool John Lennon Airport should take about 3 hours, 20 minutes. So we've taken off. That was a really smooth takeoff. So now all we're going to do is sit back, relax, and then try to enjoy our 3 hours, 20-minute flight back to the UK. I think I'm going to switch seats with Matthew as well so we can see out the window now. So it looks like we're just flying over the coastline below us there, which means we're leaving mainland Africa, headed towards Spain and Portugal. So we've got about an hour left in our flight. We're currently in the very north of the Bay of Biscay, about to just go over France, then we cross the English Channel and we'll be in the UK shortly. So far, this flight has been remarkably smooth. There's been no turbulence, really smooth, really quiet, nice blue skies outside, nice and sunny. Matthew was sleeping till recently, now he's on his phone. Holly's been enjoying herself eating those crisps. I think I'm just going to sit back, try and get a few minutes sleep if I can. But we should be landing in about an hour's time.
Expect we're going to have sent very shortly into Liverpool, where the latest weather has temperature of 8 degrees. The light breeze from the northwest and the big clouds slots around. I hope you enjoyed the flight today, and on behalf of Ryanair, I'd like to wish you a safe home journey. Expect to be on the ground at 10 to the hour.
So we've arrived at Liverpool John Lennon Airport. Flight time was as scheduled, so about 3 hours, 20 minutes. Really smooth flight all the way until we arrived into Liverpool. I think it's a bit windy outside, so the plane was going a bit like that. And it was a bit of a hard landing as well. It's really sunny outside, which is surprising. I thought it'd be raining and clouded over, but there's actually blue skies and sun. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull up to our gate and wait to depart, and then go through passport control. So we are back at Liverpool John Lennon Airport 5 days after we left. So today is Thursday the 23rd of February. We did our small little school holidays trip to Marrakesh. 5 days, 4 nights. We had a really good time. All we're going to do now is go through passport control, security, and head to the car park to pick up our car. So we're back at Liverpool Airport, and I think we're going to end this episode here. If you followed along during our travel to Marrakesh, thank you so much for watching. It's really appreciated. If you are new here, my name is Mark, along with my daughter Holly. Son Matthew, we make travel and theme park videos from around the world. And now here's Holly with a very special message.
If you like this video, please remember to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell button. Bye!
Bye!
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.